Welcome to Should I Watch This? Where I look at the first episode of a TV series and decide bingeable or skip. This time it is Penny Dreadful. I think it's some kind of a period piece. I'm guessing Edwardian or late Victorian, referring to the Penny Dreadful novels. This is not a market substitute. Support the original. Well, families often had to sleep in the same bed together in the Victorian era, so that's accurate. I get the feeling the kid is going to be a main character, and it's going to do one of those 10 years later. Why is she going that far to go to the chamber pot? She could have done that in her bedroom. That's weird. Whoa. Okay, this kid is definitely a main character. That was a good intro. It's like Victorian Supernatural. Timothy Dalton. Beautiful intro. Whoa. So vampires then, huh? And other monsters. Oh, what a cute little spider. Probably should take him outside though before someone tries to squish him. She is not impressed.
Would that I could. Show's heading off to Paris. So many details to attend to, you understand?
Uh-huh. I knew that mustache was fake.
Just know that you have made my visit here truly memorable.
He's gonna forget her in 2 seconds. He does this in every town, I'm sure. Is he gonna join some sort of monster hunting squad?
I have a need for a gentleman who's comfortable with firearms and not hesitant to engage in dangerous endeavors. A man much more complicated than he likes to appear.
You have a name?
Yes.
Yes. Do you have a name? Yes.
I'd never keep a lady waiting.
Very wise. This way, please.
Opium Den. I read about these in Sherlock Holmes. Here he is. Does he need silver bullets or something?
Do not be amazed at anything you see, and don't hesitate. That which you serve we seek.
Vampires. Yeah, she's going after whoever that is. Letting the guys take care of this. Nice. Pretty good for your first supernatural encounter, which I assume that was. Yeah, she's turning.
It's not her.
A lot of this scene I won't be able to show you on YouTube, but the set dressing is amazing. Ah. Don't get close. Yeah. So her powers, what, like a deadly stare? Her fearlessness?
More like a tensile exoskeleton, along the lines of an insect or crustacean.
That's why they're so hard to hit.
Fascinating. Hieroglyphics.
Indeed.
Egyptian?
Undoubtedly.
Who the fuck are you people?
Carnage.
Why?
You want it all?
Everything.
Even her?
Especially her.
Oh, that poor photographer.
I'm expected.
Come in.
Well, they said come at noon, which is London hours. It would be convenient to be a hunter on London hours, actually. No one would bat an eye if you stay up late and come home early and sleep in.
Come this way, won't you?
Beautiful skirt fabric. I see you, floor design.
Do you believe there is a demi-monde, Mr. Chandler? A half-world between what we know and what we fear, where some unfortunate souls are cursed to live always. If you believe in curses, that is.
Her delivery is just amazing.
We have continued use of a man of your skills. Your kind of man.
And what kind is that?
One of great violence and hidden depths. Before you go,
Would you like to see your spread?
pick a card.
Mm-hmm. Oh my. I like how it's the scorpion too, as the artwork. It's a nice deck she has. It's a high production value. I was not expecting that.
This is Miss Vanessa Ives.
Could I be more charmed? No, I could not.
I don't mind in this case that she doesn't have a hat because she's a very unusual individual. Not almost entirely human, I would say. She kind of lives, I think, in a liminal state between realms almost, from what I can see so far. And obviously this is a fantasy version of the Victorian era, not an actual one. And everyone else is wearing hats and so forth. It's just her. And I feel like that's part of her mystique. So it doesn't bother me as much as it would if this was a regular period piece. It's really part of her character.
A blood curse. Trust me, those Egyptians were...
I love the canopic jars behind him. That's a good touch.
My wife and I entertain on occasion. Lavishly, you can be sure she's absurdly rich. We're having a little fete. Friday next, perhaps you, Miss Ives, could join us.
That's a little bit urgent, yeah. He saw something. What did he see?
Is it the Ripper come back? Who else but old Jack? Damn him that did it.
She's gonna think he did it, and he's just like having his conscience hit him, and he probably will join up as one of the monster hunters. And that is quite the box. I get the feeling he's up to some research he probably shouldn't be. It'll be frowned upon in professional circles. That'll be like a body part. No? Oh, okay. Just a suit. I was expecting something more gruesome. The Explorers Club. Lovely.
You must know how things work. You must unlock. You were dissatisfied.
He knows how to get to him.
Piercing the tissue that separates life from death.
Oh my.
Everything else, from the deep bottom of the sea to the top of the highest mountain on the farthest planet, is insignificant.
Then you've come to the right place, I think.
With me you will behold terrible wonders.
Why me?
Because you were unafraid to pull back the skin and look beneath.
Yeah, he reacted to the creature like, ooh, rather than, ah. It was a dark and stormy night. And all of a sudden, it got darker and stormier. I have a feeling his daughter is going to find him. And like, I don't know, eat him or something crazy like that. Uh-oh, flashing lights. Get the salt, get the salt. Get the salt. That's his daughter, I bet.
Mina?
Mina, as in Dracula? Keep your distance. She's not herself. She has no corset on. Yeah.
The lion turns, looks at you. The moment you realize you are no longer the hunter, you are the prey.
He is such a good actor. I love him. I had no idea he was in this, too. I hope the anatomist will be okay. I want him to join the main cast and not be another victim. My. Alright, what does he have back here? We've got some mad scientist weather going. Oh, he really is like Dr. Frankenstein. You should change out of your nice suit, though. Wait a minute, wait. Is this Dr. Frankenstein's monster? Is this what's going on here? The monster's not going to be there behind him. He's going to turn the light on and it's going to be an empty bed. I knew it. In the book, this is the moment the doctor freaks out and rejects his creation, but this is fiction, so who knows? What would have happened if they teamed up?
My name
It's Dr.
is
Frankenstein.
Victor Frankenstein.
Oh. Oh my goodness. I was really pleasantly surprised by this. I was kind of expecting some meh costuming and kind of campy, typical Edwardian, I don't know what, you know, the type of show that is. But this was really compelling and mesmerizing. I like the fact that there are so few lines. A lot of this was very silent. It was mostly subtle movements between the actors, just a look. And they have an outstanding cast. And I love the twists that they're putting on some of the mythology going on, because obviously Dr. Frankenstein, and I'm assuming that was a reference to Dracula earlier. I'm guessing that won't be the last. They're going to really lean into all the Victorian supernatural stuff. I would say the production quality is excellent so far. Even though they did modernize a few things in the costuming, it is a fantasy world, so that's fine. And they really got kind of the feel of that time period, especially with the Explorers Club and so forth. We've got plenty of mysteries going on and the early stages of kind of a team happening. I feel like this season will be, eventually they all come together and then they have a little difficulty, bit of a rough patch trying to work together, and then by the end of the season they'll get there, I feel like, and they'll be very formidable. I'm assuming the daughter plotline is going to last the whole season. It didn't feel like a couple of episode story arc to me. That was a really incredible story that Dalton told about who is the hunter. It tends to shift back and forth a lot. And I feel like that's going to be so true on this show. Like, they're going to be the hunters, but it's going to flip every now and then, and they're going to become hunted, and it kind of goes back and forth. All of the characters seem incredibly interesting so far. They gave us just enough to kind of pique the viewer's interest without either giving too much information, like a lot of these fantasy shows tend to do, where you're just like, wake me when the exposition is over. But they also did give us enough to make us interested in the characters and wanting to know more, because clearly they all have quite the backstory and different reasons for why they're there. I'd be really interested, especially if they twist the Dr. Frankenstein story and have him accept the monster and they become friends. That would be so cool. The original book is incredibly tragic. I have not seen an adaptation of it, except for the ballet version that did it justice. They just turn him into this, well, I mean, he's called Frankenstein's monster, but he's not really. He's abandoned and he's turned down by his own creator, who won't love him, and he's alone and confused, and he kind of lashes out because he's just unsure and devastated, and he doesn't understand. He starts following Dr. Frankenstein around like a lost puppy, and it's, oh, the ending is just so tragic and beautifully written. Absolutely gorgeous prose. Highly recommend reading it if you haven't and you're just familiar with the story of the cultural interpretation of woo. Not like that at all. I wonder if they'll put Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in this somehow. I feel like that's another obvious one to include. As always, no spoilers in the comments in case I decide to react to this. And also, let me know, would you enjoy seeing more? Because this looks like an amazing series. This is a definite thumbs up.